Good day, this is Dr. T. Welcome to my office. Today I would like to talk about how we communicate scientific literature. Now, when it comes to scientific papers, the average person, you can read them. They're actually not that bad. If you want to find them, Google Scholar is usually your friend, as well as things like PubMed for medical stuff. Anymore, it's getting a lot easier to actually get access to them. A lot of them are behind paywalls, but a lot of them are no longer behind paywalls. Governments, specifically the United States and many European ones, are like, dude, we just dropped a couple million on this and no one can read it? No. We pay money for it. Everyone gets to read the paper, kind of thing. So those paywalls are breaking down in many cases, not all of them. And then a lot of universities have subscriptions. So if you're affiliated with the university, then you can gain access to a lot of stuff that's behind paywalls. The papers that would be coming from research is called a primary research article or primary reference. So, hey, I write paper, that's primary research. These are usually very technical, very hard to read, even for those of us who are experts. Not impossible, so I don't say don't try. Now, there's an extra step involved when it comes to these primary research papers. Now, if I'm to read, say, a paper on banana genetics, I don't know anything about banana genetics. So if the author said something crazy, I would believe it, potentially, because I don't know better. So papers will go through a first screening. They'll go through what's called peer review. And in peer review, the author usually advises the editor, so the person actually compiling the journal, of 3 or so other scientists that work in that very specific field, that know about that very specific topic. And then they get an advanced copy of the article and they read through it. And then they write a short letter that is basically, yes, this article is great. Go ahead and publish it. It never happens. This article needs a little bit of tweaking, rephrasing, just to make things a little bit better. Or this experiment needs some extra controls done. This needs a bit of work before it really can be published. Or this is a hot mess. Don't publish this thing. It's bad. And that way, issues that would not be recognized by the majority of scientists and readers, but would be caught by someone who's very knowledgeable on the topic, get caught and addressed first. Now, typically what will happen is after a while, especially once you start getting some replication going on or you start doing similar stuff, someone will write what's called a review article, or what would be referred to as secondary research. And in this case, the review article summarizes the important papers in the field. And this is usually much more accessible, I should say, and you can really get to understand it a little bit better. Not to mention, if, hey, I'm saying X and they're saying Y, then this is usually the person going, okay, we've got a dispute here. We need to flesh this out. Or we've got a dispute here. These 3 say yes. Those 5 say no. Okay, let's work this out. Now, we can take this up a couple of other notches. There's a systematic review, in which case every single paper which meets certain criteria, like, quality of study, time frame, yada, 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 are included. Whereas, standard review, in theory, the author could pick and choose, kind of cherry pick, which has happened. So the systematic review is, here's my method, here's all the papers I picked all of them that met these criteria. You can argue with me about the criteria, and here's conclusions from these. Scaling that up, especially for really convoluted things, is a meta-study. So this is a systematic review, which not only includes all of the relevant papers, but also recalculates the math and uses them all statistically together. And this is important for things that there's disagreement in the field. Some trials are coming out with one answer, some trials are coming out with the other, and this way we can hopefully start narrowing down. So if you're looking for things, especially if you're new to a topic, I strongly recommend Google Scholar. Put the word review in your search bar. So topic and then review. And if it's a hot and heavy topic, something controversial, meta review or systematic review. Those will definitely give you kind of the top tier overviewing things. So with that said, strongly encourage you, if you've got a topic you're interested in, grab Google Scholar, grab PubMed, jump in. It's definitely a lot more accessible than what one might think it would be, even in a field you're not familiar with. Of course, hit the Wikipedia page just to get yourself up to speed. It's actually a great resource to help you get enough knowledge to jump into it and not get overwhelmed by some of the terminologies. So with that said, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video.